Presented in partnership with Barra Brava Brewing. This is Lumpen FC.
Welcome back. You're listening to WLPNLP Chicago 105.5 FM Lumpen Radio. You are listening to Lumpen FC.
Yay.
As usual, I am back. My name is Adrian.
Hey, Jim J.
And I'm Sebastian.
And we are going to cover a couple of topics. We're not heavy on the topics this time around because I think we've realized that all the topics that we put together, we don't get to cover all of them. So today, what we do want to cover is the World Cup, where it is in the mess, I guess, that it is at this point, the fiasco that has been occurring with the World Cup, whether some players might even be allowed to come in or not. We're going to be looking at some of the issues happening in EPL with Mo Salah and Liverpool FC. We're also going to look at Manchester United and talk about some of the issues there, as well as Arsenal, because those are the fan bases that we have in here today. And we'll cover a little bit more about EPL as well. We're going to talk about Champions League. Champions League has been pretty wild. So we do want to get on some of those topics that have been occurring there as well. And if we do have time, we'll try and cover what's going on with some of the trades and possible issues with people moving from place to place, because we are coming up on the January window here pretty soon, as well as being a World Cup year. Some players will be having those last attempts, those last chances to make their squads. And see what happens with that. As usual, if you want to get in contact with us, you can reach out to us at lumpenfcradio@gmail.com.
That's right.
You can also follow us on Instagram. You can follow us at Barra Brava Brewing, as well as on 3160 Firm. That is for the BPF. Shout out to all the BPF fans out there. Twitter X, what was the Twitter?
Just Lumpen FC Radio.
Lumpen FC Radio.
We there. We're live. I'll be commenting. Posting. Clowning.
And so where do you guys want to get started? Oh, sorry, the usual. As usual, Barra Brava Brewing is a proud sponsor of Lumpen FC. You can find Barra Brava products currently at Mars Bridgeport, Life on Mars in Logan Square, as well as The Barrel in Pilsen. Anything else that you guys want to get covering before we get moving on? No. I just had this whole board just light up for some reason. I don't know what that was all about.
Let's go ahead and get into it. I guess World Cup's draw has started and the prizes have been given out. So
World Cup has started, and before we get started with the actual, what's important about the World Cup, which was that draw. What do we think about that peace prize, the inaugural peace prize for President Trump? Now this is FIFA at its best.
FIFA.
I mean, this is just making sure that everything stays calm, everything stays greased, and make sure that everything goes without a problem, without a hitch, right?
Yeah, I mean, very. It's not so. Yeah, it's just that doesn't surprise you because it's FIFA and they're just like some made up award.
Yeah.
Just did a recently made up award in Argentina where Angel Di Maria just walked out with a made up trophy. I mean, it just is pretty unsensitive, and right down the FIFA alley, and then that whole thing was just weird. Like Kevin Hart was in it, and I didn't watch it. He was on the lead. He was one of the hosts, I guess.
Oh wow!
But that whole list was just. I saw the list and I was like, I'm not going to waste my time. We were joking about it on the thread, like, oh yeah, we can drink and watch it. I was like, I'm good, man. That thing came on like at 11 in Chicago, and I was just like, I'll just wait. I'll just wait to see what happens. I'll just wait to see what happens because I couldn't imagine people sitting there as he comes out and they're like clapping and like he gets this award and it's just like I can't believe just people like just.
I mean, but they weren't really clapping at first. It was kind of like he started clapping and then people were like, oh okay, and it was so awkward. Right? Because then they come out with the medal and it's like in a box. It's like a shoe box. I don't know. It's like a weird box. There's nobody there to actually put the medal on him. Which is the tradition, right? You get the medal placed upon you because there's an entity, giving you this award. No. So he just kind of like, well, I'll just reach in here and grab my own medal.
It was kind of like with the FIFA Club World Cup when he got the trophy and they're just like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "It's my trophy." And he just keeps it. It's just like, man,
give him the bright shiny things.
Yeah, it's just like it's kind of just everyone's just like, yeah, all right, well, man, just get it over. This whole thing is just weird, and then.
Infantino sitting there like, well, let me, and then he just grabs it, puts his medal on, and Infantino's like, well, okay, and then just kind of gets out of the way.
Okay. Was
just claps.
Was Ronaldo there?
No, I didn't see.
It's just like it just seems like it would be fitting after.
I thought he was.
It just seems like he would because it'd be fitting after his, this man can change the world when to go.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So it's just like it's just a whole bunch of throw up. All happening in like a week and a half, and it's just like, well, yeah, just nailed in the coffin for me that I'm not even worried about going to this World Cup. I'm just like, yeah, that was like not even on my agenda. Just like that just made it clear that I'm not giving any of my money to this ridiculousness right now because it's ridiculous.
The whole thing is ridiculous. And it goes back to that conversation that we were having in the last show where it was like, okay, FIFA is at this point just sport washing horribly at this point. It's like, we're not going to worry about what's going on with any of the other issues around the world, but we're going to give this guy a peace prize because it's what he wants, because it's what he's been asking for, it's what he's been begging for. So let's just give him the peace prize, and hopefully he allows at least the soccer players that are supposed to be playing into the country during the World Cup. We'll see what happens.
Right.
I mean, it's a few months away, right? So
it's also like we man, we don't want to make anything political, but just like, come on, guys.
But it's political.
It's like you just like you can't ignore it. You just can't ignore it. And then what we're talking about, what we're doing the ticket prices now, and now the fans are just outraged. It's like, who's gonna? It's the stadiums are gonna look like the Club World Cup. It's gonna be empty.
Yeah,
ain't nobody gonna be there. There's not gonna be no atmosphere.
Those early games are gonna be just like it was for the club. Yeah, like you said, like the Club World Cup. It's gonna be empty because it's an insane amount.
Yeah,
$2,000, and that's an okay ticket. You're not in the nosebleeds. But it's still $2,000.
Yeah, and the increase was ridiculous. I forgot. I looked at some earlier, and it was like what
the resales are insane. The resales are insane.
The increase from the year before in Qatar was just ridiculous.
And then they do have, and it's funny because you can kind of see them in some of the maps, because they'll have the map of the stadium, right? They'll have that one little sliver. It's literally a little sliver of seats at the top. That's still $35 tickets, but you have to be in the whatever it is, the random choice, and then you have to be available for that, and then you don't know what ticket you're getting to what game. You don't have no idea, and that one's going to be $35, and it cannot be more than 100 seats.
Yeah, they're saying like
on some of those
they're
maps.
asking them to like halt the sales now because it's like because you can't even get those tickets to whatever FIFA site you have to go to, like US men's.
Yeah, they pause some of the sites.
Yeah, so you have to go to US men's team to go to. I'm like, man, God.
And then once you're going through the FAs, now it's politics, right? So the people that, my buddy's going to get the tickets, and nobody else is going to be able to get those tickets.
I imagine there's just going to be a big, like, who knows? Maybe like the Club World Cup, there's all of a sudden there's just $11 tickets. People are just walking in because no one's. But who knows? But maybe the people that are paying for it are just like, maybe the people that you really don't want to go to a game with.
Yeah.
So like it's.
Well, see, but that's also one of the things that I think that they're actually shooting for, right? Because they want the cameras to pan the stadium, and they want the Kardashians there, and they want the supermodels and the movie stars, and they want the kids from Stranger Things to be in the stands, and they want Lua Dipa. They want Lua Dipa celebrating whatever it is that I think she goes for Brazil. I don't know who team she goes for, but that's what they want to show on TV. So that's what they want us to be watching, and I think that's kind of what they.
You're not
want.
going to fill up an entire stadium with
with
Dipa.
No, but they're going to do what I'm assuming. I'm assuming what they're going to end up doing is doing what MLS does. Is you pan the camera towards where the people are, and then you don't show the remainder of the empty stadium.
I mean, it'll get out anyways. So I don't see.
I'm curious. Maybe it's where like what the American supporters what their prices are to get their tickets. So if they're like if that's even a thing, like they're I don't know, they're the followers that U.S. men's team's SG group. I wonder how much those tickets are and how are they getting discounts? Is there a section?
I haven't heard anything. Like I don't know about that. I'm assuming that the big group, the American Outlaws, probably has some type of setup. because being the size that organization is. I haven't looked into it, so I cannot speak for like what it is that they have set up or what. But even then, I'm assuming it's a set amount of tickets. They're not going to be able to give everyone a ticket, and even then, I'm assuming it's not going to be it's not going to be $35. It's not going to be $100.
No.
So.
I didn't even know there was a. I didn't know there was a membership.
Yeah,
It's only $30. So like I wonder. Oh, $30. That's not gonna get you a ticket. That's not gonna get you much.
Yeah,
but,
and you're not gonna just sign up to the American Laws and then be like, oh, I expect to get a ticket. And again, I don't know. I don't know if they even have them. Like I said, I don't know how what
this is true.
Their setup is for stuff like that. I haven't heard anything from Chicago Fire. I haven't heard anything through MLS. That's like a possibility to get tickets or anything like that. So it's all going through FIFA. And then FIFA is doing that thing where they buy their own tickets and then resell their own tickets at the higher prices also. So it's just become an absolute mess. This World Cup look, the draw just came out and the draw was disappointing to begin with. But I was excited for this World Cup a year and a half ago, a year ago, because I was like, hey, look, I'm going to be able to go to a game. It's been a dream of mine to go to a World Cup game. I didn't care what it was, what game it was. I just want to go to one World Cup game in my lifetime. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be here in the United States, so it's going to be easy for me to get to. I'm going to be able to travel. I'll be able to get the hotels. Mm-hmm. The hotel prices are look those up. I think
those and the Airbnbs. Oh, you already know that's crazy.
Yeah, and those nights, I think one of the cheapest ones that I saw was like $700 for the night, like for that night.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like we're not talking about the Four Seasons. We're talking the Holiday Inn around the corner from not the best neighborhood in the city.
It's not like there's an affordability crisis going on right now.
No, but there's no such thing as affordability.
But $700 Holiday Inn rooms, baby.
Yeah,
to go see South Africa versus South Korea.
Yeah.
So this whole World Cup has just been absolutely upsetting. Then there was we're going to be showing them on. They changed I guess the TV contract changed a couple of times over the last 4 years. I don't think that was squared away exactly as how it was going to be. And I don't know now if there's TV streaming companies that are involved or not. I don't know if Netflix got into that issue or not with them. And I'm not sure what occurred there. Now, I don't know how much that was actual gossip, but Netflix does have the money to be able to come in and say, hey, we would like to stream a game or two. Well, then at that point, you're buying streaming services.
I feel like it may be on. I may be wrong. It could be on HBO because HBO already has that that TNT contract and show games on there. But like,
what was the Club World Cup shown on?
Like,
it was several
different things. It was
several different channels.
But it was on regular antenna TV.
Yeah. But I think they had
I think Telemundo had some of the games.
Fox had a few, but Danzon had a lot.
Danzon had a lot of the games.
It was free, so it was just like a lot of people were a big funder. Like, so it's a free app, and you can watch the games for free. So how is that even? How are they getting any money out of that? Because I watched it because it was one of those things, maybe just giving the app exposure. But I remember just catching a few matches because like, oh yeah, it's free. It's all right. Okay.
I mean, I will say this: I still use DAZN now. I never used it before that. I still use it now because I do watch boxing.
So
I watch boxing.
There you go.
Like,
fair
all
enough.
right, I like boxing, so I'm there. I'll watch some of those free fights.
And it's free.
Sure, why not? Yeah, it's free.
It's free. Yeah.
They do have some games that are. I want to tune into this game, so I'll tune in.
They have
some
picked up
games
a few
there.
matches. Yeah.
So it's not too bad. So they did get me.
Yeah.
Like,
they didn't get you to pay though. So that's
no, I haven't paid. But
you in there.
It's only a matter of time before DAZN goes, hey, you have to pay for a subscription period.
Or something. Yeah.
Could
be 99 cents.
And then they'll move to the well, if you don't want ads, you'll also have to pay the extra.
Eventually.
We know how this goes.
Canelo app.
We know how this goes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, United States, I'm happy. We're going to have the World Cup here. I'm ready to go. You started saving up money, because it's going to be one of those things where I don't even need a hotel room. We can do that. We can give that a try again, as though I was 22 again.
Yeah.
Then, it's going to be United States, Mexico, and Canada that are going to be holding. All right, that's 3. I mean, I can go watch in Monterrey. That'd be fun. DF, let's go. A game in Azteca would be fun. That would be another bucket list right there. A game in Azteca, excellent. None of that is happening.
Yeah.
And then the draw came out.
How many games are happening in Mexico and Canada? Do they know yet? Do they have
I'm not sure if that has that. No, the schedule isn't completely out yet. But from what I understand, some of the games have been switched around.
Yeah, we have the
from what I
groups.
heard.
Well, it's kind of fun we talk about that. I don't know when we get to if we start talking about the groups yet.
Well, yeah, I'm about to start talking.
We start talking about the groups because they had one game's going to be interesting because Egypt is it Egypt versus Iran? Iran? Yeah, Iran is supposed to get played in Seattle. Yeah. So they are not happy about that.
Why?
Because it's the LGBTQ, and
Yeah.
they don't get that. So I'm like, so what? You guys have to play there. Deal with it. Deal with it.
Hey.
Which is a weird protest on their behalf. It's kind of like, well, no, okay, because the culture there is LGBTQ. So like LGBTQ friendly. It's like, okay, yeah, but that's not like the entirety of the culture.
And they guess they announced
like,
they said it was like a pride match or something. But also it was like, yo, I'm pretty sure we had to respect the rules in Saudi Arabia, right? I'm pretty sure. So like then. Don't go out there and play soccer. Ain't nobody worried about what you guys do over there in your country.
I mean, you can go over to Seattle, just don't hold hands.
Yeah,
which was one of the rules in
what you so mad about, man?
Qatar.
I mean, I don't think. I mean, there's no way they're going to be able to police whatever fans do, anyways. So, like, if people from that community want to go and watch that game, or they can protest, which I'm sure some will.
Yeah, it's like one of those things. Interesting. I keep my eye on it because we said we know who is getting peace prizes, so who is.
It seems like
if there's one thing that's the thing though. That's the scary thing is like because Trump is still a part of it's already interrupt. In July, right? So we're looking at 6 months, right? By then, he may not be allowing anyone into the country. Like.
I mean, it's gonna be interesting how they do that because the thing is how much they've got Trump wrapped around their finger when it comes to FIFA because FIFA is gonna. I
believe they bought coin. So
they're gonna expect a certain amount of like you're gonna need to be lax on people traveling because there's gonna be a lot of people traveling and a lot of those people are rich people from other countries who are pretty much the ones that can afford these tickets. So is Trump gonna be like, yeah, sure, let him come in? Because you hear that on one end because I mean we've seen FIFA in the past like change laws completely in certain countries in order to acquiesce to the people who give them money, like Budweiser and so on and so forth. But at the same time, like in Qatar, probably because they were paid off, allegedly, they were also very much like, well, these are the laws of this country. We have to respect them. So we're not going to be able to have any booze or so on and so forth, or pride flags or anything like that.
And it's Pride Weekend. It's Pride Weekend. So it's Pride Weekend there. So which is like, I mean, I love it. I like chef kiss on it.
That's perfect. Yeah.
FIFA will do anything. They're like water though. The path of least resistance.
Yeah.
Right.
Whatever you want to give me, that's what I'm going to take, and just as long as we get this and this and that. So I feel like Trump. It's going to be interesting because there are some rumors saying that like not only do they want certain privacy things from tourists coming in, like they want them to give them
the 5 years of social media or whatever.
The social media and like they want their like families' information and all that sort of stuff.
No, it's pretty wild, yeah.
And it's like, are you gonna do that for every single one that's coming this summer to watch this for a month? And they're traveling everywhere. It's Canada and Mexico. So when they come back, do they need to keep doing that? Like. And who's willing to give up all that information? Like,
and who's gonna track it?
For South Africa versus whoever I just said for South Africa versus whoever was in that group. Yeah, for South Africa versus South Korea. Who wants to go through that headache?
And then if they don't, let's say a lot of people don't end up coming to watch these games, then domestically, who's going to afford that? Like, who's going to actually say, I want to go watch South Korea?
We don't have that many stars. We don't have that many superstars.
Yeah.
Or that many billionaires.
So I feel like it's potentially going to be like another Club World Cup, where it's like nobody really cares.
Yeah.
And I don't, which sucks because I love the World Cup, but this is the first year where I'm like, I just don't care.
Yeah,
I didn't watch this. What is it?
The draw.
The draw. I didn't even know it was on until you guys started blowing up my phone.
I was chilling. I was hanging out. I was like, there's no point in me. I was just hanging out. I think I may have been playing against, may have been working out. Just
we were
wasn't even
on.
Yeah, I wasn't even Yeah, I think I may have turned it on like it was briefly in my little multi-view window. I think something else because there's other games going on actually. There's
Right.
But see,
So-
but that's to Sebastian's point. Like that's the thing. Like the draw used to be a big thing.
Yeah.
I used to watch the draw. I used to be like, okay, where's Spain going to end up? Where's the United
Yeah.
States going to end
Well-
up? What's the group of death? You know,
Yeah.
like. And this time it was like, meh.
Yeah.
meh.
Now, not only do I not really understand the format kind of again because I wasn't paying attention, but these groups are boo boo.
Well,
Like,
did
oh
you see the
my
video I said where
goodness.
they weren't even shaking
Yes,
up the
that
ball?
was hilarious.
Or he
Yeah, the
he
guy just like
He shook
And
all
this
the
is
ball,
the
come on, and just grabbed that
he,
ball. That
he
was
shook his hand more than the ball.
Yeah,
was
that
around
was
the
like,
ball.
like he already had the ball almost in his hand. Like, no, this is the one we're grabbing.
I was like, the
The system's so rigged.
Yeah,
It's so rigged.
The best thing
It's
that
so
happened
rigged.
was USA's group, which when we get to that is wow. Thank you, Donald. Like, that's like like other than that, like yeah, like just like you said, man. I was thinking the other day, I was like, man, I was thinking this the other day, and I was just like, gracefully in the shower, getting my beauty on. I was sitting there like, what I remember thinking one day, I was like, I never want this sport to get as popular as like football and everything. I was like, I love how soccer has its own thing. We're kind of our own sport. We're kind of like rebels. We're kind of a different thing. And as it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, I just feel myself getting more annoyed
Yeah.
with all these people wanting our sport becoming so popular. Like it got too popular.
Yeah.
And now it's like now the World Cup happened. I was like, man, I really I've never been so uninto a World Cup.
It's like when everybody starts like showing up to your favorite bar,
Yes.
and it was your favorite bar because no one was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now everybody knows about it.
Now everybody's there. It's like,
Well, it's one of those things.
this is
Yeah,
the
when
worst
the
bar ever.
subculture, because
Awful.
especially in the United States, where the people that love the beautiful game, we're basically a subculture, right? And now it's one of those things where hopefully it's just because it's the World Cup here in the United States, and it goes back to what it was. The lights being shined on there, the flashes, the photograph flashes are on it now, and that subculture now is like, now it's the thing that everybody wants to be. It's the thing that everybody wants to do. But FIFA has mishandled it in such a way where it's okay. If it's one of those things where FIFA wants to make soccer even more popular in the United States, I think this is going to be a big fail. I don't think this is going to catch anybody's eyes, and I don't think this is going to help MLS. I don't think this is going to help USL. I don't think this is going to help anyone because of the way this is occurring.
I mean, if anything, it'd have the opposite, and we've seen that already. Not just in the Club World Cup, which, maybe towards the end people started paying attention to, but for the most part, people didn't really. It didn't seem like people were that interested. I know I didn't.
Well, it's and it kind of goes. It's like with in general, of like again, soccer was a sport that I was like, this is the World Cup, man. It brings everyone together. It's a peaceful event. You know what I'm saying? Everyone loves it, and it's like. I'm not even blaming social media, but as it goes on, it was the top raising, it was the kneeling, but then it was the people's commenting on that, and you saw people got all disgusting and getting that soccer for missing PKs, and you just racism, and you saw like it just kind of exploding, like it's getting a little nasty,
Yeah.
And now we're at this point. I mean, we're at this point crazy. We got fans that are running into like, club offices. There's a team in like Norway or Sweden that they relegated. They burnt down the fans, the stands.
Wait, what?
That happened. That happened. It's like and then it's like I see it when I see like this morning. It's like Egypt and Iran are upset because it's Pride Week, and one of the things that we do all over the world, you're gonna get mad. And then next to it, it's like you got articles they're still gonna keep on with their events. Then there's like potential stadium destinations. Like they're gonna you really gonna move, man? You're really gonna move a stadium because of this? It's like it's just like you it's kind of taken away from the beautiful game.
Sure.
The beautiful game is called beautiful game for a reason, and it's like it feels like that's getting torn apart.
Yeah, and I think sometimes it's going to be interesting that Egypt-Iran game because, I mean, I haven't read too much about it. Are they already talking about like maybe boycotting it?
If you
Like,
Google, they're talking about there's like potential destination changes of the stadium, but then there's also right next to it. Like if you Google it, they're like, no, we're standing. They're still, I was saying, we're still having our Pride Week, we're having our events, but then there's another thing that's like, potential stadium changes that are going to change the destination just because of that, which, like, it's stupid. You shouldn't do that. Like, we literally had the World Cup in Saudi Arabia, bro. Like,
right. Like, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. You would think that's what part of the World Cup is supposed to showcase is what that country is like, what that country is what that country does.
Yeah.
So when people were protesting, or not protesting, but they were complaining like, oh, I can't get a beer in the stadium, or I can't drink, and so on and so forth in Qatar. It's like, but that's what they do.
Right.
Like, you have to be respectful of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's no different, or it shouldn't be any different.
Well, I mean,
here.
I think there was that difference between Qatar, because Qatar, they probably bribed more money allegedly than Brazil. But in Brazil, the sponsors that were the beer sponsors, because Brazil had the law of you can't have beer in the stadiums.
Yeah.
But they made them change that because
Yeah, did they have zones, right? Or
In
Yeah,
Qatar,
they
they
did.
did, I think.
yeah,
And
in
in
Qatar they had
Brazil,
like
too.
the areas where you had to be or something like that.
I don't know how they did it in Brazil.
Right.
Yeah, in Brazil, I think they forced the change of the law. I don't know if the law was changed back or what occurred after that, but yeah, and that was a country that had passed that law because they had an issue. Well, obviously, have had a lot of issues with alcohol in the stadiums. So they passed this law, and FIFA was like, "Nah, you have to change that."
The other thing that'll be interesting to see is, what we saw a couple of years ago. I can't remember what tournament it was during the summer, but you could see that like security didn't really know what they were doing. Seating certain
Oh, that's just
clubs
yeah.
next to each other, certain groups next to each other. It's like,
And I think
that was the first sign that's like, oh man, this
Yeah.
isn't a couple of years. You guys still haven't figured this out yet.
Yeah, the Club World Cup that occurred,
that was
which was
wild.
interesting, and then there was the what was it was it. No, it was not Libertadores. Was it Libertadores?
Yeah, you talking about the
Where-
Boca Juniors match?
Yeah, the Boca Juniors match was big. Well, that was a Club World Cup. No, but there was a previous championship here, and I can't.
Yeah, it was it was
Was it the
it was
Copa?
international. It was
Was it the Copa?
Yeah,
was
I think
Copa.
it was Copa.
Was it with
Copa America.
Darwin Nunez?
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, it was Copa
Yeah.
America,
Which-
and
yeah.
where you had fans of the same SGs,
they were-
same groups sitting next to each
And
other.
then people
It's
were
like-
crawling through. They busted
crawling
through
through the air
gates,
vents.
the air vents. Yeah,
Yeah, they were
Yeah,
not
that's
ready for
right.
that.
That's right. Yeah, because you could tell the security were just like they thought it was going to be just like a college football game or a bowl game. They had the bowl game police there, and they're just like,
Yeah, so there's a video.
boy.
There's a video for the Club World Cup where Boca Juniors fans are out, and this was a good video. Well, there's nothing negative about it, but the Boca Junior groups were out singing their songs, their chants, and so forth, out in kind of like in the stadium back areas, underneath the bleacher areas, I guess. And the security was just like flabbergasted. They had never seen anything like that.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they just
They didn't
like,
have enough
what is
security.
this?
oh,
And-
them honkies,
yeah.
them honkies in Florida, them boys didn't know what was going on.
And it was hundreds of people just singing, jumping up, dancing, playing, the music and so forth, and like 4 security guards just wide eyed, like, oh, if something breaks out, if something actually occurred that went bad here, well, there's nothing we're going to be able to do. Like,
Right.
We're just going to stampede, and that's what's going to happen. Yeah. But thank God that did not occur. But you could just tell you're not ready.
not
for
ready.
this.
Wasn't ready.
Yeah.
Okay, so adding to that, we added a bunch of more teams, a bunch of more countries to the number. What is it? 60? What are we at?
Ooh,
100 countries now that can play in the World Cup.
Something like that.
everybody.
It's like 60 something. So which means more groups, which means then the groups are divided into 3 and 4 sometimes, depending on what.
We got
And as I can speak for myself. I can speak for myself in this aspect. I've done round robin with 3, fighters or 3 teams or three competitors, and it's horrible.
got 12 groups.
Doing round robin with just 3 is tough in the sense of like, all right, so I know I can beat that guy. It's easier to sequence out what you need to do, and in some aspects, you just talk to someone that you know. Hey, look, who's this individual? Who's this team? We've never heard of them. How about we just double up on them, team up on them, go easy on each other, and then we both move on, or I move on, or you move on, and then we figure it out between you and I.
Yeah.
So it's easier to do that with the 3, in the group stage. With 4, we know there've been shenanigans before. With 3, we're absolutely going to see some shenanigans. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
But let's go ahead and look at the groups. Mexico, Group A.
Hey.
Mexico, South Africa, and South Korea. And actually,
Man, that.
go ahead. Go
Oh, yeah,
ahead.
you about to say so? Do we go to a break? It's 8:30. Do we have to?
Yeah, we're about to go into break, but go ahead.
Oh, I was going to start talking about the groups, but we might as well just wait real quick because,
All right. We'll go to the grape. You are listening to WLPN LP Chicago 105.5 FM Lumpen Radio. You are listening to Lumpen FC, and we will be back with the World Cup group stages right after this break.
Yeah.
Yes, Gomez Peña is back. The Mix Files are back in Lumpen Radio. Now, broadcasting from both San Francisco Califas and Mexico City. Acompáñenos.
Thirty-second promo. 30-second promo. 30-second promo. You've never heard anything like this before. It's postmodern talking with Bobby Kahn and TJ LeDuce. Only on WLPN 105.5 FM. 30-second promo.
Buddy gives artists and small manufacturers in Chicago a place to showcase and sell their goods and artworks. Buddy retails to a vast audience of Chicagoans and visitors at the Chicago Cultural Center. Buddy is a shop as local as it gets. Buddy is part of the nonprofit Public Media Institute. Visit hi-buddy.org for more information.
With threats of raids and immigration enforcement in Chicago, know that we all have rights, regardless of immigration status. You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to refuse entry to your home without a warrant signed by a judge. You have the right to speak to a lawyer. Do not sign anything you do not understand. The best way to defend our community is by knowing and defending our rights. This public service announcement was brought to you by Lumpen Radio.
You're listening to WLPN LP Chicago 105.5 FM Lumpen Radio. You're listening to Lumpen FC. We were just covering the World Cup brackets, or the World Cup group stages, actually.
I mean, brackets, groups, right? Same thing.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, same thing.
All right, Group A: Mexico, South Africa, South Korea.
That's
and
it.
you were about to say that's
Yeah,
it. Three. That's what I was saying. Three.
And I'm trying. They
Yeah.
do play. They have to play.
Exactly.
They have to play each other, right? They do have to play each other, right?
I believe it has to be a round robin. There's no way it can't be a round
All
robin.
right, yeah. Well,
Well, isn't
sure.
that how it's always been? You just play who's ever in your group.
You play
but I
everybody
thought-
in your group, yeah, but with three, it's easier for shenanigans to occur.
I
In
thought-
my opinion, it's easier
Yeah,
for
because I thought
shenanigans
there's
to-
usually it's usually four.
It's usually four.
Now there's some groups that have four when we go down.
Some
to
groups
it, but
have four, some
three.
groups have three.
So I don't get it. You play the other teams in your group, and then, but then you don't have the equal amount of games that others do have in other groups. So you end up playing.
All right, so in Group A, from what it looks like so far, in
You know what I
Group
mean?
Group A, you have Mexico, South Africa, South Korea. From Group A, you're going to have two teams that are going to come out of that group.
Yeah.
Group B, you have Canada, Qatar, and Switzerland. Out of Group B, one team comes out of that one.
Shouldn't it be the other way around?
I have no idea. And then any of the group stages where you have four, you get two teams that come out, and then in the ones that you have three, some of them have two, some of them have one.
Okay, fair enough.
So how they decided which Group K, I mean, I'm assuming that was part of the draw that none of us saw because we're not interested anymore.
Yeah.
So for example, Group K, you have Portugal, Uzbekistan, and Colombia, and only one team comes out of that group. And then another one that's three, Group I, and we're gonna go over we're gonna go over these groups again. Group I, you have France, Senegal, and Norway, which I think is a tougher group, but two come out of that group.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go back up to the top.
Did they? I don't know. I'm just gonna ask a stupid question. So
Yeah, that's fine. That's what we're here for.
I mean,
'cause
did they? How did they choose which groups have how many teams are coming out of said groups? Like, did they just like?
That's what that guy was doing. He would just like put his hands in the ball. He was just
Yeah.
throwing
You get
around
two out
and
of this
grabbing. He was just
group.
grabbing
Out
random
of this
ball.
group, this.
I mean,
So,
I would have done that's what it was.
It's almost like it's like why do we have his number? Why don't you just go ahead and add how many more teams to make every group have four? Just go ahead and let
Doesn't it
you-
make more sense that the teams with three in your group, one goes out, and teams with four
In my head, yes.
I mean, it makes sense, but
In my head,
this
yes.
is FIFA.
But
This is FIFA. so-
Infantino.
Yeah, Infantino. yeah.
Cool.
Which is good for Mexico because like in this group, Mexico and South Korea, in my opinion, should
Oh, we'll
come out of
find
the
a
group.
way. Don't you worry.
Oh
about that.
my goodness!
Remember the last time where we were? What was it? I think it was 2018 where Mexico beat Germany. We were looking really good, and we still barely got out of the group stage. I mean, nah. We'll see.
All right, let's get started with Group A. Let's get started with Group A. We can talk about the format as much as possible, but it's not going to fix the format.
Right.
And this is a disgusting, horrible format. Group A: Mexico, South Africa, South Korea. Honestly, with this one, I think I still have Mexico kind of coming out of this one, along with probably South Korea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't this time around. Well, I mean, South Africa. So are they in AFCON? That's another thing because AFCON's coming up as well.
They're in AFCON. They play. They actually play Egypt in AFCON.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they play Egypt and Angola and Zimbabwe.
Yeah, historically speaking, I don't remember South Africa being, like a heavyweight. So, but South Korea, yes, like I could see them. I'm assuming Son's going to play, right?
So, I will say this. Now that I'm glad you said that. I looked at it. They did come out of. They came out first place in their group and over in Nigeria, which is
interesting.
Yeah, which is I did not see that coming. At all, so I was kind of just like, how did they get it? They must have played
someone whack. I
whack.
could see this being a banana peel for Mexico.
Yeah, I just kind of.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, now that I saw that,
and then we still have to ask, like, which Mexico is it that's showing up?
Well,
is it the Mexico of the weird lineups that have been occurring, on the off seasons or on the off years? And then, or is it going to be the Mexico of the stars?
Well, it's like the same thing with the U.S. and Canada. It's like since they didn't have to qualify, who knows? Yeah, who knows what's going to show up?
Yeah,
right?
A lot of their players haven't played.
Yeah, but that would be ugly if they don't advance out of this. Ooh.
I mean, we don't know what. Like this entire World Cup is just insane.
Yeah.
The whole thing's just ridiculous.
And being a host country too.
Because we had players on the U.S. men's team, even with Pochettino. For example, what's his name? Pulisic. Basically, just made an agreement like, hey, I'm not going to play these games till we get closer into the actual World Cup year.
Yeah.
So there was months, if not a year or so, about a year and a half or so, where he just didn't even show up. We had issues. We had injuries from the European players or American players that are playing in Europe. Correct that for everybody there, who had injuries and so forth, who just weren't playing. Once they started showing up, then they were performing and they were able to take some slots up. I think in the American squad there might still be a toss up for some slots. However, for the Mexico squad, I
have no idea.
You're not going to go with the teams that have been showing up and just performing horrendously, right?
Yeah.
But then those players that haven't been here to showcase what they can or cannot do currently, well, they haven't been here.
Yeah.
So you're going to go with a team that A, hasn't played with each other for a while, and B, you have no real idea what their performance capability is right now. But you're definitely not going to go with that squad that has been losing a lot of games, right? So it's just, what are we going to do with Mexico?
Gonna be interesting.
Is that Morakit starting? Or he'll be on the team, right?
He'll probably be on the team. I don't know if he'll start.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I think Mexico could be all right. But again, South Africa seems like a sleeper. I'm gonna go South Korea, Mexico for sure, but. Just looking at that South Africa, how they came out on top, it's like,
well, now I'm kind of interested to see something of AFCON because who knows?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think maybe I'll change my mind after to see how they play. Actually,
January, we'll see. AFCON's January, right?
Who's?
Actually, it's in late December. It's early this time.
Yeah, it starts the 6th. After I just looked at it. It was the 16th. The 23rd. Yeah, 22nd. Yeah, 22nd.
Right,
so
it's before we get into the Salah stuff. Is he going to AFCON or?
He's
going to AFCON?
Yeah, definitely going to AFCON.
Oh, Liverpool. We'll see what happens. Yeah. Group B, we got Canada, Qatar, Switzerland. Only one team, according to this.
Oh, I'm looking. That's right. Yeah, I'm looking at this.
And honestly, on this one, I'm picking Qatar.
Really?
Switzerland, baby.
Well, Qatar's looked really good in the last few international matches that I've seen them play.
Yeah, but none of them got Shaqiri, baby.
Yeah.
That's true. Oh, that's right.
They got,
Shaqiri,
they
that's
got
right.
Shaqiri, they got Xhaka,
The
they got
cube. The
Shaqiri.
cube is back.
They got Mbolo. Yeah, actually, yeah, I'm
El Topon.
I think for me, I'm gonna go. That's not a bad sleeper pick, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Switzerland. I mean, I'm not that hate on
Is
Canada.
Canada not good?
Canada's they're good, but I think Switzerland's better.
Yeah.
I feel like this is like low key kind of a
And
good
Xhaka
group.
plays for Switzerland too.
You
no?
know he does, baby.
Yeah.
But they also have some good forward. Yeah, Switzerland's not bad. They have they have a good little team. I just think if they're healthy, if everyone's playing, I think that could be the team to be. And that's a good Qatar Canada game. That could be. That's like this group is it could be a mini group of death because there's only 3 teams in it and only one team gets out.
Yeah.
And it's just a public announcement out there for everybody. For anybody who's taking our guesses here at the moment to heart, and possibly because we live in a gambling world now and is thinking of placing bets with our guesses, do not do that.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you were a part of our prediction league, you would realize very quickly that we don't know what we're talking about.
I've never watched this sport in my life.
But come World Cup time, I may be able to help you out.
Not me.
Group C, we're looking at Brazil, Morocco, Haiti, and Scotland. Scotland just sneaking in on there.
Yeah, shout out to Jamie Trek.
Actually, that's not that bad.
Tracker, Scott McDino.
I mean, I still got Brazil coming out of this one. That's
But how many can't come out of this one?
two coming out of this one.
Scotland, Haiti,
Morocco, and Brazil.
Morocco.
I know.
Another one another one to watch at AFCON. Because Morocco looked good.
I'm going Brazil.
year.
Okay, I'm going
Cup.
Brazil, and I want Scotland to come out of this one.
Yeah, that's no.
I want to too. It's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen.
I'm gonna go.
Well, who knows? I mean, McTominay and Robertson and so on, McGinn. It's not bad.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna throw a curveball out now, and I may think about this when it comes to World Cup 2, seeing what's going on. But I like Scotland and Morocco. Brazil's been struggling.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Brazil's been struggling, and everyone's kind of tipping off Morocco, not just now, but like I know you saw the U17 World Cup that was in Morocco. They're watching. Morocco's got some teams, and even though U20, they have some youth, like they're building something, and they're like, and I guess I always watch them in the corner because Morocco's always low key good. Like they're not a pushover by any means, but now they've been like building a little dynasty. It seems like, and yeah, man. Like I said, Brazil's been.
Is it one of those things where their young kids are performing? So that up and down, they're on the up right now.
It seems like they have a
Belgium
good chemistry
was
going
a good
on
one.
too. Yeah, there's like a good chemistry going on within that team. But quit the manager. Manager's got those guys rocking. So it seems like I'm just thinking that because like Brazil may have a gang of talent, but it seems like there's always a lot of pressure on them. And as much as I would like to, I would like to see Brazil go through. Their midfield is so,
Who do they have in the midfield?
I mean, I think Bruno Guimaraes.
No,
he's Portuguese.
No, Bruno
Guimaraes
from Newcastle.
Guimaraes.
Yeah, he's like, but like you think I'm thinking, and I
But
think,
he hasn't figured out his final roster yet. Either. Rodrigo.
yeah,
Ancelotti?
yeah, but they don't.
Yeah,
and then-
Rodrigo. So okay,
Yeah, Vinicius.
Yeah, we're talking about the midfield. Like they're like you gotta think like I mean they have like Santos. Marquinhos is a small dude. I mean Gabriel's their best defender. They're in the middle of the park. They're not as strong as they would be, and it shows. It shows a lot. So like, and you can have all the talent outside, but again,
Neymar's still rostering also, right?
I thought he maybe
He was on the roster of one of the last ones that I saw.
Yeah, and I don't know.
I mean, but okay, this is classic Brazil though. Like if you look at the names are amazing, right? Vinicius, Rodrigo, Endrick, Neymar, Marquinhos. Like it's always wonderful list of players. They just never play well together. Now, as for getting out of the group stage, I think they're going to get out of the group stage. If Brazil doesn't get out of the group stage, I mean, we have to fence off Brazil because there will be.
Oh my
Well, the
goodness.
meltdown would all be
real
from
quick,
Vinny Jr.
This
himself.
is here's their midfield from, and this is not that great. This is their midfield for 2000 qualifying. It's Casemiro, Lucas Paquetá, Jean-Lucas, Andre Santos, Samuel Lino, Bruno Guimaraes.
That's right. Casemiro wasn't.
Yeah,
wasn't
and Andres Pereira.
Pierre.
Like like
Paquetá can play when he wants to.
When he wants to.
yeah, but he can't play defense.
True.
Like, and let's not look at the Samuel Lino. And
I mean, I don't
Lucas.
think there's a
They're
Brazilian left that can play defense.
Like it's.
I mean, I think Marcelo and Pepe were like
Marcelo.
Marcelo was one of the last ones, and that was it. Like,
yeah. It's. I mean, yeah, they got all that. Their attack, yeah, court nasty, but like.
all right. Well, what do you guys think? So we can move on. We're not going to cover 2 hours.
I mean, I can't imagine Brazil. I feel like we're trying to talk ourselves into believing Brazil won't get out, but I think they will.
I think they will.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be Brazil and Morocco.
Brazil and Morocco.
Yeah,
I mean that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I just don't see Haiti or
Haiti.
Scotland.
Yeah, Haiti.
No, Haiti, no.
Haiti's the good. I'm like, I'm glad they made the World Cup though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
like a
for
story
sure.
that this is why this huge field maybe benefited them, but it's
Which
really
is-
cool to see them.
As long as they actually get that money, for getting there, getting that money,
Yeah.
putting that money into your programs. As long as that actually comes to fruition, then that's great.
Yeah.
But we've seen it before. How many times does that money actually trickle down to those programs, to those clubs, to those academies? It never makes
Yeah,
sense.
there's
It gets stuck in a lot of pockets on the way.
yeah, and with Haiti, I didn't know, which is kind of cool. That seems like the guy from Wolverhampton Wolves, like starts with a B. It's kind of long, but they were talking about like, yeah, he's Haitian. I didn't know he's Haitian. I didn't know that, but he's gonna be on the World Cup. Yeah, he's a really good player. So good for him.
All right, Group D, United States, Paraguay, Australia. And I think USA's got 2 coming out of this group. So I think USA's kind of been given that Peace Prize
Yep, the
push. That Peace Prize
So-
push.
Peace Prize group, baby.
Yeah.
Easy money. Easy
Yeah,
money.
the fix is in there. That has to happen.
I'm pretty
a
sure we can beat
cakewalk,
Australia.
Oh.
I mean, we did beat Paraguay.
Yeah, we
did beat
yeah,
Paraguay.
yeah.
So,
The thing
yeah.
is, Australia. I remember last World Cup, which doesn't mean anything, but they did.
They can break dreams.
They broke some
They can.
hearts. They won some games that you didn't think they were going to win.
All right, so we're definitely going USA here on this one.
Yeah.
And who else? I'm going to go with Australia on the second one. Because that last Paraguay game, Paraguay did not look good.
That's a good.
They did not
That's
look
gonna
good
be.
at all.
That's gonna be an interesting game. That's gonna be a.
I think it'll be close.
That's
between,
yeah.
between those two.
I have no. You know what? That's. Ooh. I'm gonna go Australia too.
Yeah,
There you go.
that's what I'm
There you
leaning
go.
towards.
Oi.
There you
Come
go.
in.
Shout out Yazzies. Group E, Germany, Curacao, Ivory Coast, and Ecuador.
Interesting.
Not
How
for
many-
Curacao.
And I know we're always going to look at Germany and be like, Germany, but they don't look good. They don't look solid. They don't look solid.
How many get out of this one?
Two
Two.
get out of this one.
I think they'll get out. Germany will get out.
And I'm going Germany, Ivory Coast. On this.
Mm.
Ivory Coast traditionally is usually pretty solid.
Traditionally, a
We'll see.
very strong
Traditionally,
team, man.
they've been. Let me look at them because I think they actually were.
How are they in?
No, because they won their. Yeah, they've been in the Gabon. They actually they both got out of their group.
Oh, right on.
Gabon was actually on fire too. That was actually they got 26-25.
Is Aubameyang still playing for Gabon?
Sure is.
Nice.
He's still scoring for Marseille too.
Yeah.
So who you got, Seabass, in this?
For yeah, I think it's Ivory Coast and Germany. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I would. Yeah.
It's I think it's gonna be Germany. I would like to see what happens in the Ecuador Ivory Coast game. I think that's gonna be the match to watch because whoever wins that will probably advance. In my opinion.
There you go.
So yeah, in between those two, I'm like taking because I haven't seen Ivory Coast play recently, but I wouldn't put it past Ecuador.
Yeah.
Yeah,
to
Ecuador-
get in there
Ecuador
too. So I may go Germany. And I mean, the crazy thing would be Ivory or Ecuador qualifying and Germany missing out.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see those. Congratulations to Curacao. Make sure that money gets down to those development programs. Congratulations.
Right.
Group
y'all,
F.
y'all going home.
Group F. 3-3. I mean, that's a tough group for Curacao to just jump into. Like,
Did they
it
just
isn't-
let everybody from CONCACAF in? Is that
it
what
seems like
happened?
that. It seems like that. It's got
There
you
you
have to
go.
have those extra slots.
Right on.
Hey, guys,
Group F.
they're gonna play on two
Group
separate
F.
fields at the
We've
same
got
time. to fill the
Netherlands,
seats,
Japan, and Tunisia.
which is this is a
Japan,
joke.
Netherlands, and Tunisia.
In Tunisia, and that's Group F. 2 get out of that one. And it's only 3 on that. 2 get out of that one.
Japan, Netherlands, and Tunisia. I mean, I would assume Japan and Netherlands.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on top of that one too. Poor Tunisia.
All right, then we're moving on to G.
Yeah.
Poor
G,
Tunisia.
we got Belgium, Egypt, Iran, New Zealand. Can Iran play in the United States?
I mean,
Are they gonna have fans? How are they getting in? You know what I'm saying? Like, that.
They're not.
They're not. You're right.
I don't.
They're moving those.
And
Actually,
it's a horrendous situation. We just bombed them. We just bombed. Iran.
They're moving the stadium. They're
What do
moving
we
those
do?
games back over to Europe.
Those might just be like played in Mexico, Canada, or something.
I
Yeah,
think so,
right.
yeah.
That's actually.
I don't know because
Well, except the Egypt-Iran game.
yeah, I mean, yeah, right. I guess.
Paugie.
I mean, dang, that's actually kind of a tough one.
I mean, I'm going Belgium, Egypt. Like, yeah.
Yeah, because Egypt. I like for Egypt to advance just because of Mo Salah.
Yeah, it'd be nice. Yeah.
And I think this is the only World Cup he's played in. Now that I think about it,
Really?
Yeah, because
I
they
don't
didn't
think
qualify
Egypt's
last
ever qualified.
No, Egypt. The
Since
last
he's
time
played.
it was who was it that qualified? The last one that he was.
I mean, Algeria has been qualifying for quite a bit, actually. So, I mean, that's good. That's good. I thought El Nene didn't play in the World.
No, they played in AFCON several times. They got to the final
Man.
in AFCON,
Yeah.
but no, they didn't win it.
Yeah.
I hope my boy Nene gets to play too, actually. 'Cause he I mean, even I don't know if he still has a club, but I do love me some Nene from the Gunner days. So hopefully he gets to get some.
So
kick.
what you guys going?
I would
because we
like-
still got like 40 teams to go.
I would go Belgium and Egypt. Yeah.
I'm going Belgium, Egypt as well.
All right, Group H: Spain, Cape Verde, Saudi Arabia, and Uruguay.
I mean, who? I mean, on paper, Spain and Uruguay.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, on paper, yeah.
Yeah, on paper, but probably Spain and Saudi Arabia. Why? Just cause.
Yeah,
There you
why
go.
not?
Just cause.
All right, back to keep it interesting. Group I, which is 3 teams again, 2 get out of this group: France, Senegal, and Norway. That's the toughest. I think that's the
That is
toughest.
tough.
Oh,
group
that's
that we have.
wild.
I think that's the group of death, and sadly, the group of death only has 3 teams on it.
Yeah, Senegal's outside looking in. I think
Yeah.
It's that, and then and that's still going to be close.
that's still gonna be a good
Like
game.
if
That's gonna be a good
one
game.
team has a bad day, that's
Yeah.
that's gonna be a good.
that's
Yeah.
going to change it up.
Because Senegal could definitely beat. I mean, listen, France has been kind of slipping too a little bit, but if
They just haven't pulled it together.
Yeah,
Actually,
exactly. It's gonna be how if everyone's playing on their game. Maybe it's gonna be France and maybe Norway, but if that Norway Senegal games could be interesting.
Yeah.
Which,
And some of the games I've seen from Norway play, they've been good. They've
Yeah.
been pretty solid.
Norway, if they don't have Odegaard in that midfield, they struggle a little bit.
No.
But when they do, they got the big boys up there, Big Ugly and Sorloff. So and they got that with Oscar Bob boy. He's Norwegian too. They got some players.
Yeah, and
but
Senegal's always underestimated in the group stage, and they always blow up a group stage.
Well, yeah,
always.
because all the African teams are. I mean, they're the dogs, baby. Them boys be playing. Those supposed to be playing. Like you never sleep on the African teams.
Yeah.
You usually never sleep on that.
So we got what we got. So I'm actually going France and Senegal on this one.
Nice. I got to go France, Norway, though.
I'm gonna go France, Norway too.
All right, Group J.
Gunnar Love.
Group J: Argentina, Algeria, Austria, and Jordan. I mean Argentina.
Messi got his hand in this one.
Jordan, Algeria, and
And
Jordan.
Austria. Algeria, Austria, and Jordan are the other 3 teams. Two come out of this group.
That's kind of cool that Jordan is in it. I mean, I'd have to go Argentina and not Algeria. Algeria and who else?
Austria and Jordan.
Probably, I guess, Austria.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know.
Austria's been really meh.
Yeah.
I could see him maybe, but I mean, low key. I mean, depending on, I'm just clicking on Algeria real quick. They won their group, man. I could see
Maybe Algeria.
Argentina, Algeria.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going Argentina, Algeria.
Right on.
Group K, which is a very interesting group. One team only gets out of this group. You have Portugal, Uzbekistan, and Colombia. And
And only one?
only one gets out of here. So I
Colombia
I could see
is pretty good.
I could see Portugal slipping on this one.
If they they have to slip, but yeah, they have to slip because Portugal is pretty good.
I
Especially
think
if
Portugal.
they don't play with Ronaldo.
I think Portugal can beat Uzbekistan, and I think they will have trouble with Colombia. So that's going to be dependent on that.
That'd be a good
I think that's going to be the game to watch on that group.
How many fans getting into that game?
And then,
All of them.
right.
and then I think in the end, Portugal might come out on top on this one.
I don't know, man. Colombia's been looking pretty good whenever I've seen them play.
They do look good. They do look good.
And here's the thing too. It's like, and also Portugal looks good, but also Portugal looks very good when Ronaldo doesn't play. So let's see
But
what.
he'll play.
Yeah, the thing is, that's the thing.
Don't say that on any Reddit.
I know, and I'm saying it right now. I'll say that
because
I'll down that. So like, man, but like they are a better team without.
I think they are
the
too.
40-year-old
I think they look better
goalpoacher
without
up there.
him,
Yeah. So like, that's the thing. If they go that route and they're playing him, Colombia could definitely take advantage of that because he doesn't play defense and he has a loose cannon. And you don't want that in the World Cup, so I could definitely see Colombia, and
I'm gonna go with
it'd be
Colombia.
great.
I'll be honest. I'm gonna go with Colombia.
And just
with
because
Colombia
homie ended the Peace Prize as homeboy, just because of that too, I would rather Colombia go through.
Yeah.
Mr. Ronaldo, change the world, brother.
You're just gonna hate pick on this one.
Yeah, some hate picking on there.
Absolutely.
Change the world. Yeah, absolutely change.
All right, so Group L. The last group, Group L, we
Ooh.
have 2 coming out of this group, 4 teams.
This is
England.
This group's fire.
This is a tough one. England, Croatia, Ghana, and Panama.
That's a good group.
Ooh, that's the group of death.
That's
the
a tough
one.
group. That's
How
a
many
tough
come
group.
out of that?
2 come out of that one.
Ooh, I'm going England, Ghana.
I honestly don't.
England,
know.
Ghana.
Croatia, and Panama.
Man,
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go England, Ghana too, because I just don't think Croatia.
I think Croatia's still too young. I think
and
the kids,
they're probably gonna have Modric still playing too.
well, they're young and Modric.
That might be all you need, though.
Little
And
bit of
that's the
that.
thing, though. Yeah, that's a tough one. I am going England, and it's a toss-up for Ghana or Croatia. Not that I'm not giving Panama. I think Panama is actually going to be the deciding factor.
Yeah, they're gonna be
not that
headache.
they're going to make it out, but they're going to break somebody's heart.
They're gonna draw somebody.
They're
Yeah.
going to get
They're
points
gonna-
off of someone,
Yeah, I can see
They're
that.
gonna
and
draw
that's going to make the difference.
Panama's a team that I could feel like would give Croatia fits.
Yeah,
Like
or
that's-
Ghana.
Yeah.
Like
Ghana.
just because I mean, we're talking about the age and they're going to be like Panama. Panama's fast, man. I feel like
Yeah,
Panama
yeah.
always gives USA
Now,
trouble
here's
too.
the other thing. So we're picking England, right? But we've seen the issues that England has had, and it's one of those things where it's like, is England going to show up as a squad, or are they going to be like that sleepy team? Is Harry Kane going to be all on? Is he not? Are they actually going to be there?
I think
or
that
not?
I think that the England. You're right. I mean, I see that, but like England, at least in that group stage, it's like they have too many good players to
Well, that's what I'm
mess
saying.
it up.
On paper, England looks like one of the better teams in the world,
I mean, they're
but they're
stacked.
not.
Yeah, they're
But
stacked.
they're not. But
Well,
they
Yeah,
don't
but
perf-
they
don't
might not have
perform
to
that
be.
way.
They might not have to be in the group stage.
Their midfield is on point right now.
Yeah.
Their midfield, if their midfield's healthy, I mean, it's like they have a lot of players that can do the right things, not just like Declan Rice, but you have Eze in there, and you have Phil Foden in there. You can put the Anderson boy. You have
Declan Rice.
who's the Anderson dude from Forest, the Crystal Palace boy, Adam Wharton.
Wharton.
So you have
he's
they
really
have
good.
a lot of players that can actually do their defensive work and get the ball forward. So like
Yeah.
to say they're like a favorite is obvious. Yeah, they could definitely win the whole thing as long as they're healthy. Oh yeah, and Jude, can we get Big Jude?
Jude,
So
yeah.
just it's see,
Midfield's pretty stacked.
yeah, just see what they do. And then Big Harry can distribute the ball. He can score goals.
I mean, we can pretty much
So-
say that right now that England is probably going in with probably the best midfield, other than maybe Spain.
Well, you also, do
And
you
even
mention
then,
Phil
they
Foden?
might be
Yeah.
better than Spain.
They they may actually. Because I mean,
'Cause
if
France
unless
is-
Rodri gets completely healthy, which he hasn't been,
Yeah.
unless he's 100% going into that, then maybe that midfield is up there with
Yeah.
England. But nah, I mean Zubamendi's good, but think about those England defenders. I mean, those center defenders in England, they have size. They're good and they're big.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and they're technical. So
Yeah.
that's it's going to be interesting to see how much ticky tacky they'll be trying to do. Like the Spain plays that ball in and out. But then you got the big physicalness Cali of England, and they're fast too. So I mean, yeah, they have the team,
Right.
and they have the players, they have a defense, they have a good goalie. So I mean, it's theirs to lose.
Yeah.
Did they win the Euros? Who won the Euros?
No.
No.
No,
Who won
did
the
they?
Euros? No, they didn't. Who won the Euros?
France.
Was it France?
Spain? I can't remember.
Was it Portugal? It was Portugal.
Oh, it was Portugal. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Ronaldo won.
Portugal.
Ronaldo.
Because it was Portugal versus Spain.
That's right. That's right.
Yep, I remember.
I remember.
Well, that finishes up the group stages there. We went ahead and made our choices. Again, do not repeat the choices.
Yeah, we're
Because
completely
play, I
wrong.
stand by
on
mine.
We're going to be wrong.
Well, there'll be
on
another
most
one.
of
We'll
it.
have to do
I don't
another
even
one.
remember what I said.
We'll get bored for when it gets closer to it, and we'll draw it out.
Yeah.
So we actually
And
can see it.
that's going to be one of the World Cups. Again, like we were talking about this, I've watched every World Cup, almost every game since I've been alive. That World Cup that is here. This one I might, there's definitely gonna be some games where I'm just like, whatever. I'm not even gonna tune in. So not totally into this one, but we will move on. You're listening to WLPNLP Chicago 105.5 FM Lumpen Radio. You're listening to Lumpen FC, and let's move on from the World Cup to the African Cup of Nations.
Yeah, I was like, do you think they're gonna jack up the food prices too? It's like hot dogs are like $12.
Oh, yeah.
Just don't know that.
I mean, hot dogs are already $12.
Oh, you're right.
They're already
Well, it'll be
$12.
$20. That was ridiculous.
$22.
You're gonna be sneaking in peanut butter
Your
sandwiches.
$27 8-ounce Coors Light. It's highway
Oh, my
robbery.
goodness. Yeah.
There's no such thing as affordability.
No, it's gonna be such a
It's a myth.
What an unfun World Cup.
You should pay $100 for Miller Lite.
Oh my goodness.
African Cup of Nations. Mo Salah. What are we expecting out of the African Cup of Nations?
Actually, listen, I want to bring that up. I don't really know because did all the what all the team? African Cup of Nations game.
Don't sleep on this tournament because everybody sleeps on this tournament. And it's
I watch it
wonderful
all the
tournament to
time.
watch.
I watch it all the time. It's coming up
But
soon.
it's funny because you watch all the YouTube guys and you get on the Reddit stream and very few people actually talk about the African Cup.
Man,
it's a great tournament to watch.
3, 4, 5. There's 6 groups. Okay, that's normal. That's cool. Yeah. This African is always good, man. It's exciting.
Yeah.
The stands are always rocking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Beautiful stands. Sometimes the pitches aren't the greatest. Sometimes they're a little patchy.
That's what makes it fun.
Sometimes a little patchy. But yeah, man, there's a lot of talent out there in Africa, man. It's
hey, look, we grew up playing. We had to watch out for cars, so I don't want to hear about patchy fields.
I played in some fields in Belgium. There were some farm fields, boy, and it was like it's just pots of holes, boy. You be rolling your ankle every game. You don't know which way that ball's going when it bounces. You're just trying to trap it. You bounce left to right.
You gotta anticipate those those holes.
All right, so the power teams: we got Morocco, we got Zimbabwe, we got Egypt, Senegal. Zimbabwe. Now this is a stacked tournament, actually.
Nigeria been there. Mm-hmm.
Nigeria,
Senegal.
I just haven't kept up with a lot of them.
Well, it's hard to. They're it's not like on being in the sport at ESPN Plus,
Right.
But I mean, if you go all the way, if you looked in the Group F already, I mean, that's the group. It's Cameroon, Gabon, Ivory Coast, and Mozambique.
Well, let's focus on because we ate up an entire hour on the World Cup, which I didn't think we were going to do.
It's the World Cup.
But let's focus
man.
on what I wanted to focus on, which was the Mo Salah issue that's occurring right now at Liverpool, which I don't even know if it's really an issue. It seems like it's something that's been blown up out of proportion. You got pundits making comments, but Mo Salah is having issues right now at Liverpool and will be playing in the African Cup of Nations for his team Egypt, which means he will be out probably for the next. It's a long tournament, and he usually gets to the final, right? So,
they usually get out of, like group stage, and they usually do advance. So he's it's doubtful that he'll be back, within the next 2 weeks or so, right? No. So last time it was they went to the final. And they lost on his penalty, actually. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you've ever seen that video, but he's like being bombarded by green lasers.
Yeah.
But whatever.
I mean, it goes all the way to the 18th of January.
Yeah.
It's called home field advantage.
Yeah, sure. I don't know. The whole thing, I feel like it's been blown out of proportion. because the media needs the clicks and they need to have controversy, and this was like dropped on their lap by Mo, and it was low hanging fruit for the media to ride this all the way.
Yeah, and so for you fans that are listening in, this is what he said after a game. He was asked to give a quick interview after a game that he did not play in, right?
No.
He said, and I'm getting this off of CNN Sports. I'm very, very disappointed, to be fair. I have done so much for this club down the years and especially last season. Now I am sitting on the bench, and I don't know why. It seems like the club has thrown me under the bus. That is how I am feeling. I think it is very clear that someone wanted me to get all of the blame. I got a lot of promises in the summer, and so far I am on the bench for 3 games. So I can't say they keep the promise. I said many times before that I had a good relationship with the manager, and all of a sudden we don't have any relationship. I don't know why, but it seems to me, how I see it, that someone doesn't want me in the club.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, so it's been a frustrating time for Liverpool. They've been losing a lot of games. They haven't been playing well. The performances haven't been looking good. The other thing is, there's been a lot of things that's kind of piled up with this team this season that maybe it's just been too much to sort of like handle all at once, between the tragedy of what happened with Jota in the summer, plus injuries, plus like just too many new changes and too many new players trying to adjust. Like I've said it before, where I kind of feel like, well, for one thing, if it always seems like Slot, as far as tactics goes, is trying to do something that he was doing last season and then trying to do something new, and he's got somewhere in between, and none of it is working. I have a kind of like a conspiracy, not a conspiracy theory, but like this sort of underlying theory that he wants to do, or he wanted to do, a completely different system, and I think it actually required Guéhi. And when we didn't get Guéhi in the summer as an extra center back, I think a lot of those ideas kind of fell through. I actually think, this is just me, and a lot of people will have disagreed with me, I actually think he wants to play more like what Xabi Alonso was doing at Bayer Leverkusen. But what that requires is a back 3. And that's like so like not the Liverpool way. It's so anti blah, blah, blah.
Right.
But I don't understand why you're going to buy 2 fullbacks that are essentially wingbacks. Because that's what Frimpong played under Xabi Alonso at Leverkusen. Kirk has bombs forward. He's not known for his defense. I don't know why in a 4-3-3 or why you would pick up because that's what Liverpool is known for, is a 4-3-3.
Right.
Why would you pick up a number 10, and not only a number 10, but the number 10 that everybody wanted?
Yeah, but see, but that's the thing, though, is they're known for their 4-3-3 under Klopp.
Yeah.
Before that, though, they.
But that's basically what we played last season too, or some version of that. Yeah. He switched it up depending on the team, on the teams that they were playing, but for the most part, that's what it was. So, and then you bring in 2, not 1, but 2 strikers as well. Like you get Ekitike, did you really need Isak, or vice versa? So all of this to me on paper is saying like, we obviously don't want to do what we were doing under Klopp, because nobody presses. Those none of these players that we picked up are known for pressing. No. Which is what we've always been known for.
Right.
So if you're not going to do that, then what else are you going to do?
Right.
So to me, it's like this team looks like a 3-4-3 or a 3-5-2 or something like that. That's what he's been trying to do. Now, I'm not a tactician, but that's just what it looks like to me. So I think because of that, then all of both your right backs are injured. So now he can't implement that. Then you have Salah, who doesn't really fit in this system. So he's been hurting because of that. He's not producing the way he used to either. And then also, like, not only that, you also have, because of the right back situation, he's had like 3 or 4 different right backs that's been playing behind him. So there's no consistency on the right side whatsoever to benefit Mo. So all of this, I think, is just added to this frustration. And then plus we're dropping points to the point where I think Mo and his ego just said, like, screw it, like, this is how I feel, and he said what he said. I personally, I think that he should have kept that behind closed doors, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think it's just somebody letting off steam and let him.
Yeah.
What's the big deal?
The words that he said, the actual words, it's not a big deal. It's like, okay, the dude just said what he felt, and that's that. Like, let's move on.
Yeah.
A lot of the pundits picked it up, and moved on it and turned it into I think, what a bigger thing than it should be. The Liverpool fans, though, is something that has been surprising to me because it seems like, everything's very touchy, right? Everything's very sensitive at the moment with everyone, the fans, the players, ownership. On top of which, I don't think some of the players that are still there, that remain there from the championship team, have really dealt with the issue of losing one of their best friends.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere, right? Like that was just an absolute literal freak accident. I don't think the club has really dealt with it. And then you're bringing in new players who, didn't have that. I mean, they have the respect, right? It's not that they're not going to respect those players, but that wasn't their trauma. It wasn't their drama, their thing to deal with. So they're wanting to move on in another pace. So I think in my perspective, just me talking, the locker room may not be as cohesive as it could be or it should be. There's times where you look at Slot and on the sideline and he looks lost. Like, I don't want to say lost, but definitely like confused. And this is almost manic in the sense of this isn't the way this is supposed to be working. And then he's trying to direct players and they're not really doing what he's directing. It's kind of all just really strange.
Yeah.
You make you make a good point. I ever thought about that with the right back with the injuries, and is that and Mo is that it's same side as his Mo, right?
Yeah.
Would they be so?
Yeah.
Technically, and the right back is Frimpong, who's been hurt. Basically.
Mm-hmm. And Bradley too, and he's
Brad,
also been hurt.
Yeah, so it's like he technically hasn't, in some sort of fashion, he hasn't really had the team that he's wanted to implement the whole system. So there could be possibly that his slouch in the game or whatever could be because he hasn't had that right side that he really wants to maybe because a lot of people are saying there's like a lot of people like he doesn't play defense. And he was told that he wants to be like so I was like he said he could be more attacking so that's what he does. That's more of a threat. Mm-hmm. So like the person behind him maybe not be that good at picking up what Salah may be lacking. But like if those right back was he playing bad when they were healthy? Like if he was playing fine when they were actually playing when they were playing, maybe it's a problem of just not having the depth to reinforce the traits that Salah has when he's playing.
Right. Yeah.
At his age.
Yeah, I mean when they were healthy at the beginning, they still weren't playing as great, but they were playing better, I think. And Salah wasn't blowing up as like he always does at the beginning of every season, but he was scoring. He did have like something like 4 goals and 3 assists or something like that. I can't remember how much he has now. It's below his average for sure, but he was producing, here and there. But, also, like, he spent something like 7 years with Trent Alexander-Arnold behind him and feeding him, too.
Right.
I mean, we're missing him. Or, I should say, Salah is missing him. Mm-hmm. I don't know if the team is necessarily missing him. I honestly think, like, and I said it before, I think this team is setting up to move on past Salah. And I wouldn't have been surprised if we were going to get rid of him in the summer with 1 year left,
So then why did they re-sign his deal?
I think they re-signed his deal because,
or why do you think?
He had such a great year that you'd be damned if you don't do that. It's like, why wouldn't you give someone who just had one of the most stellar seasons that any player has had in the Premier League ever, and not renew his contract? Like, I also think that with extending it only 2 years, that meant really 1 year, and then we're gonna sell you and get some money off of you. So I think that this was gonna happen anyways. Now, is what he's saying is what he's implying is, do they want to just speed this up so they can make this system work? Because as much as I don't know that much about tactics, but the truth is, the numbers don't lie. we haven't lost a game since he stopped playing. Is that a coincidence? Maybe. But we're starting to put something together. And when I see Liverpool play now, I'm like, I kind of can see what we're trying to do now.
Mm-hmm.
And I still don't see where Mo fits in.
Okay, so then this is me bringing up trash. Then do you think it's fair for the club to have signed him? I mean, Slot was already there, right? So he already had this vision of we're going to go somewhere else beyond Salah, right? Mm-hmm. And you have to, because Salah's, he still has legs, but the legs aren't getting younger, right?
Yeah.
So they already knew that. They signed him onto the contract. The fan base and the club were mad the way Trent Alexander left. He didn't re-sign, blah, blah, blah. But now you're doing the opposite to Salah, where you're like, okay, well, we're going to put you on the hook. Here, you're stuck here no matter what, whether you like it or not. We're going to make money off of you whether you like it or not, and we're not going to allow you to get the contract that you want on the free with whatever club you want.
Right.
So now they're just doing the opposite thing.
Yeah.
So is the fan base going to turn on the club because of that aspect? Because Salah's locked in. It looks like they're not going to use Salah in this new Slot plan, which is fine. You change the manager, you're going to change the way you're going to do your lineup and your game plan.
Yeah.
But then you kept this player on, knowing that he is already getting older. There are other players fighting for the same spots on other teams, and he's an up high player, right? He's a forward. Mm-hmm. Maybe you could fit him in as a false nine sometimes if need be, and maybe a winger or maybe. But he's a striker, and right now the striking slots across all of Europe are pretty full. Yeah. And if not being highly competed against or fought for. So what out does that leave Salah? Do you think they might make a move in the January window? Or is it one of those things where we're going to wait for the season? In your opinion?
I think, from what I understand, Liverpool still wants to keep Mo. I think, I'm not, as far as performance goes, I'm not completely blaming Mo. Some of these tactics aren't working for him, and that is on Slot.
Right.
I feel like he's playing players that don't play well together, and so like Mo, we know what he likes to do, and the moves that he likes to do get clogged up because Ekitike or Isak move into the spaces that he likes to move into.
Right.
So when he doesn't have those spaces, what other options does he have? And then he's getting double teamed. Which players like him or Saka, that's what happens. But then Slot doesn't have a remedy to heal players off him. There's nobody overlapping him, so yeah, he's losing the ball a lot. So like as much as Salah on his own isn't what he used to be at, like 26, 27, and he can get away with like doing 1-on-1s or 2-on-1s or whatever, but he's also not getting that much help now. As far as defense goes, Salah's not there for defending.
No,
he can track back and be a body and maybe slow somebody down. But if somebody gets past him, that's it. Somebody needs to pick up for him. Like he's not going to be.
It's like Nicola Pepe, baby.
No. Yeah, exactly.
No defense over here. I'm fouling. It's going to be a foul. He's about to foul.
Yeah. You're not going to bring Salah on to play defense. That's not why.
He'll track back, but he's going to get beat. Eventually. So it's really up to our defensive midfielder to pick up. That's what Fabinho used to do.
Do you think? And I say this again, it's like I kind of felt now like every other day, it's like something does come out, and it was like I kind of did feel bad for Mo. I do feel bad because he's getting a lot of stick, but it was like I don't know, man. I feel like if this was another team, let's say if it was Arsenal, they wouldn't be talking about Mo. They'd be like, well, we just spent all this money and these guys haven't scored their goals yet. Yeah, and they haven't performed yet. But it's like, and I was like, so I mean, is it some of the frustration? Just maybe they were on that losing streak, and it was like they did spend all these money on players, and they expected these players to just come in and just impact right away. And some of that's give them time. And like I think Isak is underperforming because he really doesn't have an excuse, in my opinion. You played for Newcastle. Yeah. You already know what the EPL is about. It shouldn't take you this long to catch on, and for that price tag that you made them, these clubs buy you for, you should be doing better.
Yeah,
and I don't think there's any way around.
And that's
I agree.
That's why I feel kind of I feel Salah's pain more than anybody else because, look, this is something that the fan base has been asking for a very, very long time, for Liverpool ownership to just
Spend.
to put that treasure chest to use, and they did. Man, this is what they spent. What was it? 200?
No, way more.
It was like
No. It was 240 million for 2 players, and then they went and got more players.
Yeah.
So they spent.
They
They did with it. And if I was Salah on the sidelines, being put to the sidelines, watching these new players come in, perform pretty much how he's performing, because none of them are performing fantastically for the price ranges that they were paid for. And just be like, well, I'm not going to take this. I'm better than that player for sure. I'm going to make this known. This is ridiculous.
They this game the other day is like the Saudi Arabia club was like, they were like, everyone was like, first it was like he's going to leave in January. And then it was like, something was like the slander was like the Saudi Arabia are like warning not to buy Mo Salah because he's of his age and he's underperforming. I'm like, dang.
Yeah.
Like now, like I'm like,
No,
what?
that's the thing. That's what I was saying. Like, okay, Trent Alexander left on the free. He said, I'm going to leave. Hey, thank you, so long. Thank you, and so long. Thanks for all the fish. And gone, right? And everybody got mad at him. Whereas Mo was like, no, I'm going to stick out with the crew, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
give me the contract.
Dragged.
But now he's on the bench, and that kills his wallet.
Yeah.
If you're riding the bench, that's killing your wallet. You're not going to get traded. You're not going to get that big contract. You're not going to, if he was younger, there'd be talks about him not even making the World Cup slot because, well, he's not playing. He's not playing. He's not getting those games.
And that actually, I mean, of course, that makes a lot of sense. The thing is that with him, he's, first of all, it's only been 3 games. It's not like it's been weeks upon weeks. It's really been 1 week that he hasn't, and he did play one of the games. He came in and got minutes, so it's not like it's like Endrick where you never see him play.
Right.
I feel bad for Hendrick though, because that's.
But I'm picking on him. But
he's got enough time.
But
yeah, but it's hard to get a spot in Real. It's hard to get a spot in Real.
True.
But with him, it's like so. I get that. Like on one end, like I can get him. I can see where he's coming from because of what he's done and what he's accomplished. But at the same time, it's like like what Van Dijk said when they asked him about this. He's like, no one's undroppable. Everybody can be dropped. Yeah. Everybody can lose a spot.
Sure.
Now, again, like with Isak, like we were talking about, he's very much underperforming, and I agree with that. At the same time, again, I don't 100% blame Isak. I think it's the tactics because Isak, we know what he is. We need somebody to feed him, and if there's nobody feeding him, I think that when Frimpong comes back, maybe they start connecting because when Frimpong was playing, Isak was hurt and he wasn't up to speed. Now Isak is getting the minutes. Maybe when Frimpong comes back and he's feeding him on the right and he's overlapping and doing the stuff that we bought Frimpong to do, maybe he'll get that connection and maybe we'll see something more. But again, like these are the things that Slot needs to figure out, and he's not yet.
Yeah. I think a lot of this is like Slot.
But again, when it comes to Salah, yeah, for sure, I hear you that you're not playing, but we're also picking up points without you.
Yeah.
So we won at the San Siro when we had no business winning, but we still picked up a point and a clean sheet. And we haven't lost in 3 games, whereas before we were losing consistently. Again, is that a coincidence? I don't know. But right now it's like, why mess with this? This is working. So Slot's it's a rock and a hard place for Slot. Like, do I play him and chance it, or I keep going where this is actually building some sort of momentum?
Yeah, but it's a rock and a hard place, but it's also this is his, and everybody's watching, right? Like Klopp had that buffer zone where people weren't really like expecting too much and blah blah blah, and then he was able to right the ship and get it together, right? Yeah. Where everyone's watching. This is your make it or break it. Yeah. Also, like if you don't get this situated out by February, because we're gonna talk about EPL right now.
No, February, shoot.
Yeah, by February. Because right now, December. EPL. Look, you're okay. For example, Liverpool is in 10th place, but they're only 10 points from the top. Yeah. Right. 10 points from that. That's not a lot. And not only that, they are 3 points from being in the top 4.
Right.
So it's one game. Yeah. It's one game that separates you from the top 4. EPL basically for right now is still up for grabs. Yeah. Anywhere from basically 12th place and up.
Yeah,
So
it's pretty congested.
yeah, and like it is a World Cup year, so players are going to go to the national squads. They are going to play, and we know we get injuries during those little breaks,
Yeah.
and then they have to come back and play. We have Champions League, we have Carabao Cup, we have FA Cup. So there's still a lot of possibilities for this to be all tossed up and just turned into a disaster for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With that said, how are you feeling right now, Jamie J, with Arsenal up at the top, Liverpool fighting from 10th place and putting up a fight from 10th place, with Manchester City, as usual, just creeping up on first place. Because we know we've seen Manchester do this. Manchester City do this for the last 5 seasons. They'll lay low in 4th, 5th, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 3rd.
They always
4th,
start slow.
and then in February they start just start. They don't lose basically after January.
Yeah, I mean, last season they had a lot of injuries, but they always start slow.
Wait. Oh no! Last year was the start of Man City's rebuild process. So it was the year before that, and they're still good. So that's
when Pep was pulling out the hair he doesn't have.
Yeah, that was like when he was going
beating
through
himself
it.
up.
And yeah, we'll see. Because we skipped over Champions League. They honestly didn't. That Real Madrid game was kind of wild because they probably should have lost that game.
Real Madrid lost that game.
Yeah, they say the Real Madrid lost.
City
that game
didn't win that
themselves.
game. Real Madrid
lost that game. So as an Arsenal fan, I'm cool. I'm chilling. It was good to see the rotation on Wednesday, and now we're going through the patch of the season where we just got to win these games. That's all it is. We played Wolves Saturday. Just got to win that game. That's all we can really do, man. We're gonna we're the top dog. Everyone's gonna be looking at us. It's kind of weird being in the first place because every week is the same discussion of who's gonna fall, who's creeping up. Man City wins, blah blah blah. So it's the same story. It's like beating a dead horse right now. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with every other team this weekend. There's some big games coming up from other teams. So I don't know. As long as we keep winning, maybe we keep on first place. Maybe we drop in a second and we come back and win at the end of the season. If we keep healthy, I think Gabriel Jesus coming back was a big deal. Watching him play Wednesday was fantastic. The dude is talented.
Yeah,
Kid is talented. The boy is good, and he loved Jesus. So if you've seen it, he's a man. He's a son of God. And if you haven't seen his interviews lately, I think he said Jesus like 11 times. It's it's good, man. It's good. Yeah, injuries happen. Just gotta deal with them. Again, having Norgard play center back was good because watching him distribute the ball was fantastic because he's a midfielder, as a defensive midfielder, and he could play the ball and you could just see it helped. It kind of sucks that we lost Mosquera, but hopefully it's December. Gabby's will be back. Saliba's back. The attack is back. Man, when Wendeke looks like as long as if we're getting all these injuries out the season early, that's great. So I don't want to jinx anything, but we look good, man. We're playing good soccer. So that's all I can really ask for. There's no drama, no outside stuff. Everything's kind of, just roking. The boat. Everyone's got their. We're sailing. The wind is calm right now. So that's all I can ask for. I can't ask for anything more. Can't ask for anything less.
You're also sitting in first place of Champions League, right above Bayern and PSG. Well, with 18 points for the Champions League, and again, City right there in 4th place, always sneaking up on people.
Get those 2 weeks off, that first thing, get those 2 weeks off. That's important.
You're gonna want those weeks off for sure.
But they're just gonna put a FA Cup game in between those or replace the games you missed. They're gonna do something or something.
You guys are still in Carabao now.
Yeah, we're in Carabao, and because we play Crystal Palace.
Oh, right on.
You're in Carabao and you're still in FA. Well, FA, yeah.
FA
started.
Yeah.
Well, it has started, just not for the top teams.
Yeah.
We will be talking about that here shortly, because in your opinion, when it comes to Manchester United, in my opinion, I think we care about the league. We care about well, for us, it's just the league. Because we're not in anything else.
Well, you're in the FA Cup.
You're in the FA.
Like
Yeah.
I said, it's about the league. And we don't need to care about anything else. In the FA Cup, and that's the question that I have for you guys. For your respective teams, do you start your full lineups every time? I know Arteta likes to do that. Just start your lineup, get your players, get your star players their time, get them always performing. And that has I don't want to say that it's come back to bite him in the last seasons because situations are situations. But is it one of those things where maybe this year you hope you see him kind of pull off the gas on that and make sure that everybody's healthy for that long stretch after February for Champions and for league play? And we will do that as soon as we get back. You're listening to WLPN LP Chicago 105.5 FM Lumpen Radio. You're listening to Lumpen FC. And we will be back shortly after this break if I can get this computer to work.
Debido a las amenazas heredadas y aplicación de la ley de inmigración en Chicago, la Coalición de Illinois por los Derechos de Inmigrantes y Refugiados aconseja a todos los residentes no abrir la puerta a los oficiales de inmigración, no discutir el estatus migratorio con ningún oficial de la ley y no firmar nada que no entiendan. Las familias también deben proporcionar a la escuela de sus hijos un contacto de emergencia en caso de que los padres sean detenidos. La mejor manera de defender nuestra comunidad es conocer y defender nuestros derechos. Este anuncio de servicio público fue traído a ustedes por Lumpen Radio.
Hey! Don't touch that dial. Join What's Up! Every Saturday from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. CT, where Chicago's youth brings you fun and informative stories, the hottest music, and so much more. Listen to What's Up! On WLPN LP 105.5 FM, Lumpen Radio, Chicago. We bring in the tunes, and all you have to do is groove.
Lumpen Radio is part of the Buddy System. The Buddy System is an ecosystem of businesses, nonprofits, publications, products, and people working towards a community-driven future. For more information, visit the-buddy-system.com.
Hola, Sana y Chango Snake Dog. ¿Qué van a hacer el domingo?
El domingo estamos con Chango Snake Dog al aire en Lumpen Radio 105.5 FM.
Tendremos mucha música, actividades, libros y es para todas las edades y para toda la familia.
Ah, ¿a qué horas estará pasando?
Chango Snake Dog al aire en Lumpen Radio cada domingo, every Sunday, 8 a.m. a las 8 de la mañana.
¡Ay, suena muy divertido! ¡Ahí nos escuchamos!
¡Adiós!
Me gusta ver colores cuando salgo a caminar. Me gusta ver las flores, pero siempre quiero más.
You're listening to WLPN LP Chicago 105.5 FM Lumpen Radio. You're listening to Lumpen FC. We were just talking about Arsenal. Mm-hmm. And Arteta has this practice of always playing his starters, coming up with the same lineup if they're healthy for every game, every match, every tournament, every competition. Do you believe that this time he should probably change that tactic up and allow some of the kids to play what we call the lower tournaments, like the Carabao or maybe even the FA?
I mean,
or are you still of the mind of like we win everything, we try to win everything?
No, I was never in that mindset, and I just don't think we had the depth before to even like do that. So, like Wednesday, I mean, I was talking to Seabass. I was like, man, like we're gonna go through Champions League. I don't really care about first place. Not like you get anything for being first place in Champions League.
No,
I just wanted him to play other people, and he did. And like, I mean, like I said, Gabby played. Norgard played center back. You know what I'm saying? Got him some minutes in there. Mudwega started. Martinelli's playing. Gokares came in and got subbed out. I mean, Rice got rest. Timber rested. I mean, California came on late. So, like, yeah, man, I think I think the whole concept of buying all these players now and bringing all these reinforcements is being able to do that, man. Just being able to sit players down. And if they got to come in and play 15 minutes or whatnot, sure, but they don't need to play a whole game. And that's great. That's good to see. I mean, even like, Ethan Noir, he got some tick. So it's good because, like, down the road, they're going to have to play these other games, these games, these Carabao Cup matches, these FA Cup matches. They're going to have to play those games. Mm-hmm. And it's good. It's good for them. I mean, unfortunately, like, Dowman got hurt playing against Manchester United. I don't know which academy match it was, but he's gone for 2 months, but he's 16. I'm not really relying on him, So, yeah, the players that we have, it's a good dynamic, good mix. I mean, Kai Havertz is about to come back. He's gonna have that problem, the FIFA problem that everyone has. If you play FIFA, like you have someone for every position. That's like the overall goal, and we have that. And do we have some players that can play more than one position? Mm-hmm. So it's good. It's good to have these problems, and it's good to have these problems when everyone's on the same page. Because you don't have any bad apples. You don't have anyone in there getting booty hurt because not having no PT. They know the goal. They realize their role. They know their place. They know when they expect to get PT. Like, it's cut. It's a good place. It's a good place to be right now. So, but it's only good if you have it. If you don't, you're always stressing. Like, still to this day, I still stress international breaks. I mean, I'm just watching them. Like, I mean, I'm a club over country guy, and I've said it, but like, you're just watching people. Like, all right, what's gonna happen? Why is this guy playing this much? They're playing San Marino. They're playing the Faroe Islands. What are we doing? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and it gets to, I mean, and it's going to be interesting at some point because there's going to be some coaches that, a lot of players got called back. Some like the other countries, they're like, you're hurt. Or they're like, nah, need to come back. And we need to make sure that, like, he's ready for other games because, man, it just gets to the point that some of these games are just more important, and it seems like the club games are more important, in my opinion. So you just got to protect the player. Just there's certain teams that have all kinds of players they can call up. They don't need to keep calling them the same people. I don't know, in my opinion, especially if they're games that don't even mean anything. I mean, these guys are playing soccer every day. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So sometimes they need a break.
Yep. I mean, we've had those conversations in previous shows where there's just too many games, too much being asked for these guys to do. As for Liverpool, you're in 9th place. We
went up. You said 10th. Now they just
no, they're 10th in EPL. They're 9th place in Champions. In Champions. But I mean, you've actually been performing well in Champions. I haven't seen any issues. Really. I mean, yeah, in Champions League. It seems almost like there's better performance almost in Champions League from my perspective. Than in EPL. How do you feel about 9th? I mean, and it's 12. It's your 12 points now. Okay, keep in mind, 6th through 9th place have 12 points. So there are spots there being fought for that bye week. Those 2 games off. Who are your next matchups? Let's look at that real fast.
I think we have Marseille and Karabakh.
Okay, the team that's hard to play.
Yeah, we have to. Karabakh is coming to Liverpool, to Anfield, and I think we go to Marseille, if I'm not mistaken. So, but that's not for a while. I think that's not until the January.
The break's starting, here soon.
So, ideally, by then, Liverpool will have at least some sort of a idea of. Well, for one thing, we'll have some people coming back from injury. And then the other thing is, hopefully, this Mo Salah thing will be resolved, and that will be either he stays or he goes. And ideally, we would have some sort of a better idea of what this system is really going to start to look like. And I mean, who knows what's going to happen in the winter window too? I mean, there's rumors that we might go back in for Guehi, see if we can. I don't know if we'll be able to take him off of Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace is doing all right now, so. But there's also rumors of us going in for Semenyo over at Bournemouth that could take over for Mo Salah. I'd rather get Guehi. I'd rather he be the priority, but because I think we need a center back more than we need attack. But so it's going to be interesting what the team's going to look like by the time we start playing champions again. You know, I don't know where we're going to be. Ideally, we would have something that's a little bit more settled, and see how that goes. I think for champions, as far as Liverpool goes, is a little bit more forgiving this season in the sense of it spaces out. The games are spaced out enough so Liverpool can sort of figure out what they're going to do with these new changes. The league is unrelentless. Like the league is just nonstop. So I don't really. If I can see us getting our stuff together to maybe fight for top 4, but I don't really see us going for the league. But for champions, maybe we can actually do something there. Who knows? But that's what I would like to see by the time we get to Marseille. Yeah,
that's gonna be a good game.
I think so too.
Yeah, Marseille. Yeah, that's gonna be a solid game. I mean, right now is in Champions League. Let's look at this real quick. I just moved from the matches that are coming up after the break that they have.
It's funny you talk about the Champions League. It's
I mean, this is all January 20th, so it's not that far off.
And you're talking about you're playing better in Champions League, and the growing pundits today, he's like, I feel like the EPL teams go to the Champions League and they just play way better. He was like, at the time, he was like, yeah, because in Champions League you get the ball, you can autograph it before you have to do something.
Yeah.
It's like in EPL you got to make your mind up. I was like,
you don't have any. Florian Wirtz is learning that the hard way, where he's like, you don't have like 12 seconds to make a decision. You got to do it now, and even now you're already too late.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a different league.
Yeah, it starts up really quick January 20th for Champions League. Arsenal hang up with Inter, which that in itself is a tough game to come back to right away. Liverpool, again, you have Marseille, which is pretty solid. Real Madrid with Monaco, so hopefully we have our players together by then. But for the top teams, I'm trying to find Bayern Munich here, and I can't find them. Bayern Munich's got Union Saint
Berlin.
Gilles. So that's probably 3 points their way. And I still think that for Champions League, Bayern is probably that sleeper. Nobody's talking about him.
Who?
Nobody's mentioned Bayern Munich.
Oh, Bayern Munich.
Nobody's talking about him. Nobody's mentioned them. There's no hoopla around them. None of the pundits really talk about them. You don't really see them much on social media of any kind. All the YouTube guys that have their shows don't really talk about Bayern Munich.
Bayern Munich?
Yeah.
Oh no, they talk about Bayern Munich to the extent that to you when you do talk about Bayern Munich, they're going to win their league again, and that's about it. I mean, that's
well, they already won it.
That's all you pretty much. I mean, that year with Leverkusen won, like that's like rare.
Yeah.
Literally, the only thing you can really say about it is like, well, they're winning the league. Yep. All right.
The ones that also fell out of the conversation a little bit.
Time again.
The ones that also fell out of the conversation a little bit is Barcelona. You're really not hearing a whole lot right now about Barcelona, and I don't know what the shakeup is. I mean, they're winning La Liga, but there isn't a whole lot of talk about them in Champions League. I mean, they're just kind of just riding along.
Yeah.
Keeping quiet, not in their own business.
Because a lot of these teams, PSG is kind of the same way. It's like. Again, it's like until you get out of the group stages, all of this is just business as usual. Like there's no really big hoopla. There's nothing to win here other than to advance.
Yeah. And as for the new design in Champions League, this is the second year, and it just hasn't worked out. I mean, it's already shaped up. It's already shaped up in the fact or in the form of the teams with money are at the top, and the teams without money are at the bottom. And this has been pretty quick. I mean, look at the teams. Let's just go top 10. Arsenal, Bayern, PSG. So you got Bayern and PSG who already won their leagues, basically. So it's done for them. City, Atalanta, Inter Milan, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, Liverpool. And I guess finally we get to a team that isn't known for the amount of money that they have, Dortmund. But we know they have money. We know that, yeah. We don't have money.
That team always does well in Champions
and has a stellar academy program, followed by your classic, Tottenham, Newcastle, Chelsea.
Yeah,
and then we finally get to Sporting, who's sneaking in front of Barcelona, and then it just drops off. Right. Juve's just doing Juve things. For some reason, they haven't been able to just get it together, but we know they have money. And then it's Galatasaray, Morocco, Copenhagen, Benfica, Barlos.
No, Benfica's not. Benfica's an outside looking in right now.
No, yeah, they're in. Oh, yeah, they are.
Yep.
No, I'm talking about like the bottom. You know, they don't have that treasure chest that other teams. With surprisingly Villarreal having the biggest drop off.
Villarreal almost like
Yeah,
they don't do well in Europe, or at least.
But
in
they do well
Champions
in
League.
Europe.
They do well in Europa.
But they don't do well in Champions.
Champions
Ajax
League.
is awful.
I don't know what's going on with that club.
That
to be
program has
honest.
changed a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Athletic Club is just they don't have the depth. I feel like, but they've had their injuries too. I mean, man, I watched them play.
Well, Atletico is also
awful.
Atletico is also a very famous Europa team, not so much a Champions team.
Yeah, they don't even get to go to Europa anymore.
Nope, that's gone.
Sorry, guys.
Which is waffles.
Which maybe a
Don't
gift
like
and a blessing in disguise for some of these teams. Some of these teams don't need to be going through like Ajax. They need to get to your domestic season, man. You need to take care of that business.
Yeah, especially.
Yeah,
because they might be able to break some hearts if they continue.
Well, yeah, if they're out of it too.
Yeah.
That's better for them than anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, get that money, get that pocket change.
Yeah, they can creep up and hopefully knock one of you guys off your high horse over there in La Liga.
I mean, I was okay. Look, when it comes to La Liga, yeah, I mean it's kind of a mess for Real Madrid as it is right now. And I was going to jump on Real Madrid in the sense of like, oh, okay, they're doing horrible, blah blah blah, but we're in 7th in Champions League. We're in 2nd, I believe, in La Liga.
Yeah.
So all right, we're not doing too horribly. We're just not together. We're not cohesive. Again, the defensive line. How many times have I said this? And now that I can point it out per game.
Well, it's because, but it's
look
the
at
same
what
thing.
Asensio's doing.
It's the same thing again. It's like 5 of your starters are hurt again.
Well,
center backs.
And what is Rudiger doing that like besides like if the
Rudiger
fourth
what he always does.
Rudiger,
in my opinion.
No, he's gotten worse. He needs a he needs a therapist. He needs a couch and someone to talk to, because that hip throw that he did to get that PK.
Man,
I mean, that was a hip throw. Like, he just tossed that dude out the field.
Yeah. Even he was kind of doing something on their first goal. He was like getting real handsy too, and it was like, all right, well, the ref was arguing like, well, I'm gonna keep an eye on this guy.
Yeah, and then him doing everything to everyone, and then Asensio with Holland was like, what are you doing? Like, he was just on him the entire time, pushing him, and then Holland like kind of just touched him, and then he flew back. Trying to get that red card.
Yep.
Trying to get that red card.
There's one video where like I think Ryan Shirky had like juked a bunch of Real Madrid players, and then the ball went out of bounds or whatever, and he's just standing there. Rudiger just comes in and just hits him, just body checks him, and he lands on the floor. Yeah. And he just tells him to get up, and he keeps moving on. Shirky's like, "What the hell was that?"
Yeah, Rudiger's just. And here's the thing, though. That's Brian, who I'm not going to put there as the best ball handler in the world right now, just juking our line, and made us look bad.
Well, I mean, he's a street baller. That's what he'll do.
But then you also have top players that are making us look even worse. Our back line is horrendous, and it's not even our Achilles heel, because an Achilles heel is something that's hidden. This is obvious for everyone to see, and a lot of managers have already picked up on it. They keep attacking that Rudiger side. They keep attacking that Asensio side, and there's only so much that Tocamini can do, and there's only so much that Camavinga can come over to help with.
My question is what's causing, because on the one hand, I could see like, oh, maybe there was an Ancelotti thing, but why is your backline decimated again? Like last season,
we do have injuries. We do have injuries.
Literally 5 of your center backs are like hurt.
Here's the thing, though, is we keep spending money on midfielders and forwards, and we don't drop money on defenders.
But you got Huijsen in.
Who?
Huijsen. Who was your starter?
Oh my God! What has he been doing?
He's hurt.
Oh,
Militao.
Man. Yeah, Militao's
Militao's been hurt for 4 years.
But he was playing, and now he's out.
He's out till March, right?
Probably. I haven't heard. I haven't seen these.
Yeah, they said Militao. That's a long time.
When Militao comes back, we have to make sure we don't put him in, because he's just going to get hurt.
Yeah.
Rudiger just got back from an injury, I think.
No, Rudiger got back from the
red card?
just almost ripping a referee's head off.
Oh, that's right. How long was he out for that? Was it like 3 games?
He got the direct red card, which was the 3 games, and then and then the council of refs decided to put more on top of that. So it was a few games.
Yeah.
So he just got back from that. He did, previous to that, he had been out for the injury that occurred during the Club World Cup.
And also like don't forget Carvajal's also been
Carvajal's
injured.
also out. Yeah.
I mean, it's
And
just
I don't expect Carvajal, like Carvajal's injury was. I mean, he's not going to be the same Carvajal as previous. It's just not.
No, dude.
It's just not going to be.
What did he do?
Oh,
Trent is also hurt.
ACL?
No, Trent is back. Trent was playing.
Yeah, it was.
He didn't play this last game.
So for Carvajal, no, his knee was just rotated and shattered. Like it was pretty bad.
Oh man, that's.
Alaba is also hurt, and
this happened a year ago.
Ferland Mendy. I mean,
Mendy was. The crazy thing is though too, like you say that in that game, like we talked about it, like Vinny had.
Don't even get me started on that.
Man, Vinny had a few changes. Vinny was over here doing scissor kicks and corner. Like
here's what I need Vinny to calm down. I need Vinny to calm down. Rodrigo sent in 4 beautiful passes to him that were just perfectly paced and perfectly weighted, and he just skied them into 0 directions. Now there was one that what's his name, the keeper for that. Anyways, the keeper did a fantastic stop on one of them. Then there was a corner kick that Rodrigo put right on Vinny's head, and Vinny just shanked it off to over the top of the bar.
Yeah,
did not happen. Vinny needs to slow down in his own mind because he's anxious. You can feel the anxiety on him when he's getting near the ball, and you can feel the frustration, and none of that is helping him out. He needs to calm down. At this point, I'm not even putting Vinny at the top 3 or 4 players at Real Madrid. For sure, Mbappe is up there. Of course, best player right now, without a doubt. I have Rodrigo in front of Vinny at the moment because when Rodrigo's in, he performs in the way that we need him to perform. Granted, he's on the opposite side, and we don't really play down that side, which I'm not understanding the tactic of always going to Mbappe and Vinny's side. I get it. It's Mbappe and Vinny. I get it. But you have to show the defense that you can play on the other side, that the other side is also a threat. If not, they're just going to bunch up on that end and then just make sure that Mbappe and Vinny don't have room to play in.
He said on Rodrigo tip, he had a goal. He should have had a couple of assists too, because even when he passed that ball to Jude when he tried to do that little flick.
Jude also, yeah.
Jude also he tried to chip the goalkeeper, and like went all over the net.
It's like, what are you
doing? You could just blast that in there, bud.
Yeah, and Rodrigo is the one that who is on that line because I don't know why, but he's been on that line now to getting traded because of those actions. Because it makes Rodrigo look bad. Like, well, Rodrigo didn't do anything. But no. He's doing his job. And he's doing his job perfectly. Now, he also has to play that defender on that side because he has to help Asensio, because he has to help Rudiger. So he's playing that. And Rodrigo was never meant to drop back and play deep. That wasn't what Rodrigo was meant to do. But we lost that right side on the defense. And then we're not. And then without Trent, with Trent in, we play really well down that right side. With balls that come across through the middle, very well placed, and Mbappe has put some of those away. Vinny has not. The other one that is very surprising to me is Endrick. Look, if Endrick just stops pulling his Tasmanian devil impersonation, I mean, did you watch the few minutes that he was in there?
No, I did not. Actually, I didn't.
He's on the left side. He's on the right side. He's playing defense. He's in the goal. He's on the opposite goal. He's everywhere. It's like, dude. Yeah. You have a beautiful touch. Let Rodrigo put that ball right where it needs to be, and you just finish. That's the job. But he is all over the place. He's playing every position. He's pushing people out of the way for him to play their position. Like, you're not an AYSO anymore, buddy. Like, you have to learn this, and you have to learn this now. Because as it is, he's getting those 5-10 minutes at the end of the game. All right, dude, let's see. And he's still doing this. So it's not helping him out to take over Vinny's spot, and it's not helping him out to ever take over Mbappe's spot.
Right.
So, like you said earlier, Endrick is like, yeah, well, at Real Madrid, the spots are limited. Even with injuries, even with the 10, 15 injuries that we have right now, you're still not going to get that playing time because there's people in front of you.
Well,
There's people that are there.
A lot of your injuries are in defense, so
yeah, it's a lot of defense.
So you don't really have a whole lot of injuries, as far as I can see, in an attack.
Yeah. I feel that Bellingham is actually holding down the midfield really well. I think he is. I think he's also frustrated because he needs to drop back to help. He can't play up a higher line. He can't really do those through balls up higher towards Mbappe, towards Vinny, towards Rodrigo that he would like to. Well, maybe because he's got to drop back and help.
Yeah,
he's got to drop back.
That's a good explanation because Jude, granted, he missed that chip. He hasn't been, as because the highlights I've seen, he hasn't been as attacking as much as he used to.
And he's attacking nowhere near as much as he used to.
And he is an attacking force. He's a big body. And he's going to finish.
So I understand his frustration. But as soon as some of these defenders start coming back and we can keep Asensio on the bench, I think Asensio is a bigger problem than Rudiger. I think Rudiger isn't so much he's not so much as a defensive issue. He's just more of like he's going to get another red.
Yeah.
And he might get more days tacked onto that red that he gets because we know that's going to happen. Mm-hmm. And that's going to happen at least 2 more times this season. Jeez. So we have to be ready for that. As for Asensio, I mean, if y'all want Asensio for free, y'all can have him.
Don't need him.
I mean, maybe we need more bodies there.
That's the name of the game.
Yeah,
and that's where that is. But as for Champions League, the next Champions League starting in January 20th looks fantastic. It's going to be a good fight this year, I think, for that championship title. EPL, I don't think there's not much anything to say about EPL till probably March, because this league is so tight. This league is so tight right now.
Yeah,
like there's nobody running away with it. This isn't League. This isn't any. It's not Bundesliga. It's not Bundesliga.
To give to the credit, if you look at Bundesliga right now, Bayern Munich's only up by like a few points, but it's.
They were up by a lot, though.
Yeah, they but like
they've
it's
been
not
playing
like,
a lot of the kids.
Yeah, it's not like it's like one of those things you look at, it's like, oh, it could be close. It's like, nah, not really. It just seems an illusion. We just know what happens. They're gonna pull away here soon enough. PSG pretty much has. So like there's nothing out of the Bundesliga that's like, oh, like you can look at the table and be like, oh man, it looks close, but when you watch the game, you're like, oh, we see what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as for the Spanish teams, also like they're not going to have an easy year either.
Yeah. Serie A looks competitive again, which is just weird. Like that league's competitive, right?
Serie A looks good.
But it's like, and then you'll it's weird because you'll see some Serie A teams like, and then like I don't know. It seems like Roma beat up on Celtic today. Sorry, Nate, at the game. Boy, that's rough. Sorry for Wilfred too, but like. It's weird. They're like good and they're not. Like just like Napoli, they're the bottom of the Champions League, but they're like up there at the league with Roma, and then like AC Milan trying to make a comeback, and then Inter Milan's like low key. I watch them, they're pretty tough to play at home at Inter Milan, but Inter Milan goes on the road like a Champions League. When they play at Liverpool, they're like whap. They're not that great. No. But like it's still a very competitive league,
right?
And like respectively, like. It's weird. There are those games that you'll watch Serie A, you'll be like, ooh, man, it's really good. But then you'll watch, you'll be like, ooh, man, it's really bad. Like,
yikes.
Yeah. But they do have cool stories. Como, Cremonese with Jamie Vardy being like Jamie Vardy they're playing. He was like the man of the match for them last match. So they got some cool little stories up there, man. Says coaching Como and whatnot. Have his little project. Yeah, man, they got. It's cool. Like I feel like I should watch. I try to watch that league more often.
It's a fun league to watch.
Yeah.
This has been a lot of fun. Thank you all so much for listening to us. You're listening to WLPNLP Chicago 105.5 FM Lumpen Radio. It's soccer. We could go for hours and hours talking about it.
Yep.
But we're right up against it. Once again, thank you all so much for tuning in. Barra Brava Brewing is a proud sponsor of Lumpen FC. You can catch any Barra Brava products at Life on Mars in Logan Square, Mars Community Brewing in Bridgeport, as well as The Barrel in Pilsen. If you want to get in contact with us, reach out to us, lumpenfcradio@gmail.com, or you can hit us up on Insta at 3160firm. That is the BPF Instagram, and that is 3160FIRM.
Yeah.
Or you can hit us up at Barra Brava Brewing Co. on Instagram as well. We'll get back to you as soon as we can.
Yeah.
You can also hit us up on Twitch.
Twitter X, yep.
Twitter X.
And then if you're on around Sundays, you'd always come by, watch some footy at Mars after 10 o'clock. You'll probably see us there.
If you want to have any of those programs that we do run through the BPF, such as the book club, as well as the running club, and other things that we will be starting and doing this coming year, hit us up, 3160firm. And thank you again for listening to us. WLPN LP Chicago, 105.5 FM, Lumpen Radio, Lumpen FC.
Later.
You are listening to WLPN LP Chicago 105.5 FM Lumpen Radio.